folks, welcome back to Personal Picks. We're back with some more Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice.
Maya got kidnapped. Again.
Yes?
Yes. I'm just loading it back up from where it was before.
Okay.
Ugh. Hopefully I could save the battery life on my laptop a little bit just by making funny sound effects. And not having to drain it with the walkthrough.
Plug it in.
I don't have my cord.
Oh.
May 17th, District Court, defendant lobby number... Funny.
What is the court mean?
It's like its own unique thing.
Oh, okay. Proprietary. What do you mean Miss Faye is still being held hostage? And who's this mastermind?
Politician Wimperson was nothing more than a puppet. His benefactor was the one pulling the strings, but I have no idea who they are.
Yes, you do.
So all we know is it's the person he was trying to give the orb to?
Right. He was just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really want to get their hands on the orb.
So then Miss Faye's abduction is the work of this so-called benefactor too?
Right again. Whoever they are, they're in Kurine. Along with Maya.
I wonder who they could be.
Right. This Maya. The spirit medium you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be that bun-haired young lady you defended back in Kurine. That's her. Why do you ask? I see. I think I know what's going on here. I've got good news for you, right? Maya is somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. I'm afraid you've lost me. So that's who the little snot's patron is. It's all starting to make sense. That fool has no idea I'm here in the States with you all.
Dirk, you mind filling us in?
No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. Beep. Hello?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, yes? Let me start by thanking you for taking such good care of my subordinate.
Who is this?
I believe you know me as Mr. Efficient's benefactor.
Ah,
Sounds like they're using a voice changer or something to disguise themselves.
themselves?
It was themselves. Why?
I know that feels like that was right, but at the same time it didn't feel right.
Themselves, yeah.
It sounds right, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Where's Maya? Is she safe?
I had not noticed today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the king was something more journal as a spirit medium. I admit it did not see it coming.
Wait, did they plant a listening device in here somehow?
Never mind. Don't think for a minute that it will turn to Maya Faye's safety. She is not the only medium with a brutes, you see.
You harm a hair on Maya's head, and you'll have to answer to me.
And come
Right. Give it here a sec.
and come hell or high water, and trust me, he's been through both.
Yes.
He will find you.
Yeah. He will find you, and he will level 3 your ass.
Yeah.
Wait. Hey there. How's it going, stranger?
Who is this?
Why, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon. I just happened to be in the U.S. on a little trip.
Yeah, giving everybody just one.
Friendly neighborhood. Minister of Justice, Inga Karkul Kurine. What? Inga?
What?
Maya's kidnapper? Is J.K. Simmons?
I need pictures of Spider-Man. Is it Karine's Minister of Justice?
I thought I told you that I would keep Maya contained unless you got me pictures of Spider-Maya. Dirk, is that you dirty turncoat? What in blazes is going on here? Oh, you know, just popped over to the States for a little R&R. But enough about me, Inga. That was a poor excuse for a bluff you pulled just now. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. You can't lay a hand on Maya Fey, and I do mean that literally.
What is he talking about?
You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye. Maya Fey ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance, you know, Dirk. What? I got something here for you right in the palm of my hand,
Someone
see?
dear.
Something dear to you. Something dear to you, but it's got something here. Here, right in the palm of my hand. My point still stands. Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. How can you tell? You're not even looking at me. What do you mean? I've got a video phone. You know those ones from the DLC last case.
Yeah, you do, but Phoenix doesn't. He's still got the old school phone.
Spider Maya! Meet me at Amara's tomb tomorrow, 3 p.m. sharp. Better come alone, got it? If all goes well, the orb is all you'll need to get Maya Fey back.
Except they need Maya Fey, so that's not happening. Dirk, what's going on?
You heard him. I have to get back to Karine at once.
What? Why?
No time to explain.
What, are you even gonna make it? What if there are no seats left on the next flight? Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not gonna just let you go on a plane.
Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice.
Wait, I'm doing...
I wanted it to be a surprise.
Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth? What are you doing here? Taking care of the hostage situation. Oh, now that you mention it, Pearl did say that she saw you around in Karine Village.
I had him look into a few things while I was on my way back from Karine. We had to shoehorn him into the plot somehow.
Ah, the red banana.
Including Maya's situation, of course. We just had to shoehorn him in.
I was astonished to hear that she was still in Karine earlier. But it explained why I found no connection between her and Mr. Attition. Sorry to interrupt, but going back to the plane situation? I've taken the liberty of chartering one for us. It's ready to take off at any time. And I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that Dirk Satmati is on board. Wow! Must be nice to be Chief Prosecutor.
I was literally just thinking being the Chief Prosecutor has its perks.
Right. We have no time to lose. We must head for Karine at once.
Right.
I'm going too. After all, you're bound to need my help.
No fair, I want to go too. This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I'll need you to hold down the fort. But Daddy...
Guess I should also only bring what's necessary. Sorry, Trucy, but do you mind holding on to this stuff for me?
Fine, but you'd better bring me back something besides just more evidence. Excellent. Now, let us make haste to Karine! So what would it be? Would it be his attorney's badge, or would it be his face?
Now the dragon symbol.
Okay, that would be cool.
And that's how our sudden trip to the kingdom of Karine began. I never imagined I would return to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though.
Yep, that's me. You probably wonder how I got in this situation. It all started with my first case. May 18th, 2:30 p.m. Temple.
Phoenix is blue banana, Edgeworth is red banana, Larry is yellow banana, and Trucy, Apollo, and Athena are all mini bananas of the same color.
I thought Athena was going to be the yellow banana. And Apollo was going to be the red banana.
They're the original big bananas.
Oh, okay.
And then, like, the little munchkins are, like, the mini versions of those
I
big
wouldn't
bananas.
give Larry yellow. I'd give him orange.
He wears yellow a lot.
He wears yellow a lot. That's why.
Is it yellow? I thought it was orange.
No, he wears, before his artist schmuck, it was yellow.
Oh, okay. I like how the only banana color that isn't legitimate here is blue. Because there are actual red bananas in real life.
Yeah. was a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. Talk about cutting it close. The Kingdom of Karine. This is no time to reminisce, but I gotta say, this place sure brings back memories.
Hurry up, Apollo.
Right behind you.
Amara's tomb is located in the courtyard of Garan Palace. We should have just enough time to get there.
And let's sprint. And let's sprint there. Think you can keep up with all?
Sure, no sweat.
Athena, what did I tell you about talking with your mouth full?
I have a frog in my throat. Shut up.
I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them of our arrival.
Words.
Weed.
Thanks, Edgeworth. I'm sorry that I had to shoehorn you into this plot. Alright, so you just need to move to Garan Palace. Or the royal residence.
But I don't want to move in.
Tough shit. You're doing it whether you like it or
Oh,
not.
pretty. Yeah. I wasn't made for all the running and climbing and near drowning I've done this week.
It's 2:45. Only 15 minutes left. See that cylindrical building rising in the distance? That's Amara's tomb. Amara? Wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated? Yes, and I'm the one they pinned it on.
It will take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. Huh. So you have returned, Bothead.
Not this shit again.
I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the Crown Princess Rafa Padma Karine. What are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission.
A prosecutor from the States should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, Your Benevolence, have you seen Minister Inga?
If you seek my father, I just saw him heading towards Amara's tomb.
Was he with anyone? You know, like some shady-looking underlings or something?
No, he was alone. Why do you ask? Looks like she has no idea about Miss Faye's abduction.
You hear that? I think we have company.
Bow before her glory!
Eminence Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Karine, approaches! Huh? Garan?
You want to be the queen?
It's...
Queen Garan!
Guards. Surround Amara's tomb at once.
Yes, Your Eminence! Hop, 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 hop.
What's she doing? Is she gonna help us?
Excuse me, Your Eminence.
So, our bobbed-head lawyer returns. May we presume you are here from my FA, the spirit medium who has been abducted?
Yes, you may.
Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband.
Oh, no need to apologize for him.
Honestly, Ina, abducting a guest in our country, how could you?
Father, abducted someone?
Your Eminence, what about those soldiers over there?
They are the Garan Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other.
And the cotton candy that is easy to get rid of in what? I'm confused.
Oh, Anyway, either way.
Royal Guard?
They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects.
And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb? Brat Princess, oh.
The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime.
That is why I enlisted my, how do you people call them? My ace operatives to go after them?
We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into
Boo.
custody ourselves.
What? You mean?
Garin, no! His hostage is in there!
Dirk, how dare you set foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in?
Listen, we need to call a truce for now.
Garin Royal Guard, seize this traitor of the crown.
As you wish, Your Eminence!
Resist and you die! Well, wait a second!
Hold it! Oh. Slow down here, Garin. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. But if you take me in now, Maya Fey is as good as dead.
A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you?
We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, you can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me.
Dirk, wait. Guards, allow the insurgent Dirk Sanmari to pass.
Butthead, you have some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do.
You know, I just noticed this. I didn't notice this when I first played. You see the guards in the back surrounding the palace?
Yeah,
I didn't notice that my first time.
I did. The moment that she said surround the palace, they just...
I'm focusing on the person that's right in front of me. Thank you very much.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe you were playing on a handheld. It's
Yeah.
harder to notice.
I'm noticing the tsundere that's right in front of me. Right. Well, while we're waiting here, Apollo, why don't you explain the situation?
What? Me?
Squadala, I am off.
You piece of shit! Come back here!
Oh my god.
Leave nothing out, Hornhead, or I'll dehorn you where you stand. Hornhead? She doesn't waste any time coming up with nicknames.
Also, you might want to also real original. You need better nicknaming skills.
And what's with the attitude? Her father's the one who abducted Miss Fey.
She's a princess. Come on.
Hostage taking by Inga. Hostage taking, feet Inga.
Ingus.
Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone? Oh, you heard right. He abducted Maya Fey and... Insolent fool! Pardon my rudeness. A gentle soul such as my...
Actually, no, we need to do it.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
A gentle soul such as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime.
Gentle? You think he's gentle?
I'm afraid it's true, Your Benevolence. He's holed up in that tomb as we speak. Gentle, my ass. Really, I find this difficult to believe. Why would he do such a thing?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Your Benevolence, you saw your father heading towards the tomb? I did. I was over on that veranda, deep in thought. When I saw him hurrying towards the tomb, I'd say it was about 10 minutes ago. Oh no. Calling it now, the reason why we're having a... What's the word I'm looking for? A trial for this one is we're gonna find him dead and the prime suspect's going to be Dirk.
Seems logical.
Yeah. Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late? Did you see anyone else heading for the tomb? I saw no one else after he entered. So Minister Inga and Miss Fey are the only ones in there besides Dirk?
Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two with him.
Dirk. I sure hope he's alright. Oh, right. Alright. It's only been 5 minutes? Ah, it feels like an eternity.
I knew his obsession with Spider Maya was going to be the end of him. Patience, Apollo. Patience. Minutes later.
It's been almost 20 minutes.
Damn it, I think we should have said 20.
What's taking Dirk so long?
The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm in.
Can't you wait just a little longer?
No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostage's life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm in.
But that'll put Miss Faye's life in danger too.
Guards, storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga, along with the insurgent Dirk Sanmane.
Yes, Your Eminence!
What? Dirk's under arrest too?
Naturally, that traitorous snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. Now go, seize them both.
Right, we're going in! Hop, 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 hop!
Follow me, men!
Hop, hop, hop! For Her Eminence, Udi Harakaran!
I hope no one gets hurt. What?
Your Eminence!
What
Clearly,
the?
there's been
Why are
bonking
they
in the
running
background.
back out?
What is the meaning of this?
Something terrible has happened! Dirk, the minister! He's dead!
What's this?
What?
Apollo, quick!
I'm right behind you.
No one enters without our... Come, let us see what has transpired.
Yes, Your Eminence! Hop, 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 hop. May 18th. Garin Palace, Amara's tomb.
Having way too much fun with this.
Oh yeah, no, this is perfect.
I don't.
This is fine.
Where's Dirk?
Apollo, over here, over there.
Dirk? Dirk! What? What have you done?
Apollo?
Look!
Look!
Oh, look.
So it is Minister Inga who has fallen. Guards, seize this murderous man at once.
Yes, Your Eminence! Surrender now or perish, rebel scum! No, wait!
The way the guards speak, it sounds like Zim.
Yeah, a bit.
Your Eminence! Yeah.
Oh, tighter. I mean, what?
Dirk! They're taking him away.
No!
Oh,
Dirk just threw something.
Dirk just threw something at me. Wait, this is the... Is he telling me to keep it safe?
In what? My subspace pocket? Nick, is that you? Mine? Are you alright? Dirk, he saved me. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. Maya!
Mr. Inga, the man behind Miss Faye's abduction, had been killed. And Dirk was arrested for his murder. So it was that the abduction of Maya Faye came to a sudden and unexpected resolution. That is really awkward statement.
So it was that the abduction of Maya Faye came to a sudden and unexpected conclusion. It was that is the awkward part here.
Yeah. Yeah. With this, the curtain fell on the minister, but things were far from over.
And nothing of value was lost?
Yeah, it's like, oh no, we killed a crooked dude.
Oh no, not Jonah Jameson. Why is this a bad thing?
Yeah.
Apollo, what happened?
I can't say for sure. But from what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga.
What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye?
Most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now. My father, he's... This cannot be! I must see for myself.
Your benevolence, we cannot allow you to pass.
Fools, stand aside!
Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence Queen Garin.
Ah! Father! Oh, Father! Dirk! You will pay for this!
Apollo, let's go regroup some.
Yeah. Dirk, it wasn't really you that did it, right?
Are you okay, Apollo?
Yeah.
Edgeworth's speaking with the local police. So let's sit tight until he returns.
Oh, okay.
I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo.
He's right. I can't go to pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine. Right. Mr. Justice. I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what's happening with Dirk? As I understand it, he has been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga. He has? However, I did manage to get us permission to investigate the crime scene. And I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Sadmati shortly. Thank you. I'm sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us. Also, it just so happens that Detective Sky is here in Karine. So I've asked her to assist us with our investigation. What? What's she doing here? It seems Prosecutor Sadmati has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. They've almost become a team of sorts. Despite what Nayuda says, it seems he thinks highly of Emma's skills.
So what now, Apollo?
I think I'll go pay Dirk a visit at the detention center.
I want to go check in on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena?
Well, if there's road work to be done, I'd better stick with Apollo and give him a hand.
Very well. Then I will accompany Wright. Okay, we'll go our separate ways for now.
All right. If anything comes up, you have my cell number.
Do you know your way around here, Apollo?
It's been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly lost.
All right. See you.
Oh no, he's got green hair. I mean, what?
I get the green horn. The detention center.
Detention.
Apollo, here to see your old man, are you?
Dirk, are they done interrogating you?
Nope, the fun hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really rake me over the coals, though.
I haven't even wondered what a harsh their interrogation method will be.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty.
They've branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen and now the justice minister. If found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution.
Public execution? This is worse than I thought.
Come on, son. Turn that frown upside down. You'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to this tasty hash house I know.
I like that. You know, assuming it's not the hash that I'm thinking of.
Hoo hash. He even took their last can of hoo hash.
I really need to focus on what happened. Time to switch to work mode. Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I wanted you to take a look at.
Right.
Present. What am I? This? Or this?
It's
Why is that still here? This is not relevant!
And how do you know?
I know.
I see you got it safely out of the tomb.
Why did you throw it at me like that?
I really wanted to. I just, you know that sudden urge to play football with your son? It just hit me right at that.
Now is a bad time!
Hey, I can't help it when it happens. When it happens, you have to act on it. I want you to listen carefully, son. The orb must not fall into Garen's hands. Not ever.
I thought Minister Inga was the one who was after it. He was the one who lent it to Professor Buff to study, after all. So, haven't you exposed his crime now?
I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down.
You said something like that before. Looks like Dirk's intuition is at it again. Somehow he... What? Somehow he gets them lost and ends up in Hoboken.
Hoboken? Ooh, I'm dying again.
I like what Family Guy does with Hoboken. Hoboken!
Hoboken, ow! When did he do that? Garn will do anything to retrieve this.
I'd like a pound cake.
So guard it well, son. At least until tomorrow's trial. Right. So now we talk.
Yeah. Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Minister Inga, did you?
Well, thing is, I really don't know.
Huh?
I remember seeing the mural of the founder right as I entered the tomb. But I got all dizzy immediately after that.
Oddly specific.
The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And covered in Inga's blood.
Yeah, it's not just any knife either, it's a combat knife. Where'd he get it from, though? So you don't remember meeting with him?
Nope. Last thing I remember after entering the tomb is feeling really dizzy.
That means there must have been gas in there or something.
Maybe.
Because he didn't say I got struck by something. He just said dizzy.
Yeah, and then when he wakes up, suddenly the body is there. Maybe Inga was killed way beforehand, and this was a trap for him.
Yeah.
But then who would have killed him?
There's no way he can explain what happened if he can't remember anything.
You got some splaining to do.
But what if I don't remember?
Yeah.
I suppose there's no getting out of this.
But we can't give up yet.
I was just messing with you, son.
Well, stop. It's not funny.
Sorry.
Sheesh, nothing seems to faze him, not even being arrested for murder.
I've been in worse. This is going to be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago.
You're on trial for 2 charges?
Daron is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution. Guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads, huh?
I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this.
It's all a gut! So, son, I take it you'll be defending me in my trial?
Of course, you can count on me.
That's my boy! Looks like your nerves are as steely as those vocal cords of yours. After all, you've got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with, too.
Oh, right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, right?
Don't tell me you forgot about that.
I'll be fine. I just have to make sure I win this one.
You sure? Because you don't sound very fine.
Apollo? What was it about an assassination 23 years ago?
About that incident 23 years ago. What was, that was when the previous Queen Amara was assassinated, right? Wasn't it?
Yes, someone set her private residence on fire. She lost her life in the ensuing blaze.
And you were arrested for the crime?
What? That's you, Mr. Sudbody. Are you just a woman? What relation could you have had with the Queen?
About that. Amara was, well, she was my wife.
Is the current queen his daughter?
No, the current queen is her older sister.
Oh, okay.
Or sister, I think, yes.
Yeah.
I may not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty.
What? No way! Are you saying you won the heart of the reigning queen?
Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against witnesses on the stand. Even a queen is no match for his dragon's glare.
wow, you're really something else.
So, was a verdict ever reached, Dirk?
I acted as my own attorney and won. Until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. Then it all went south.
Now, where have I heard a story like that before?
Phoenix.
Yeah, except they didn't have the end of the dark age of the law.
Yeah, the ends justify the means.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
I made a run for it.
You ran? But why?
I didn't kill Amara. I didn't fabricate any evidence. But if I had stuck around for a retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. I couldn't allow that to happen. Amara's true killer would never face justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground.
But that was 23 years ago. Are you telling me after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth?
Yeah, the fact that it was an arson means that the crime scene was reduced to ashes. There is little in the way of evidence left. It's just been brick wall after brick wall.
I guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? Along with Minister Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm gonna be sick.
And knowing this game's logic, it's probably gonna tie both of those things together somehow. They're both probably connected in some way.
And his dad, yeah.
Come on, son, don't look so down. With you on the case, it'll work out somehow.
I hope he's right.
Say, son, do you remember my office?
Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room.
The file I've amassed on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there?
Let me think. I recall going through a manhole. How can I not, Dirk? I hated how I always got so dirty getting there, and that stench. That old case is important too, but I should probably focus on the minister's murder first.
I'm afraid your time is up. I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Oh, it's him. I'm afraid your time is up.
Nayuta!
It's time for the prisoner's interrogation. So be gone, you putrid-headed criminal abetting lawyer.
Wait! Don't tell me you're the prosecuting attorney!
What? But that would mean...
Is there a problem here?
You bet there is! He's your father!
And your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The fact remains, I am a prosecutor.
Okay, this point of view, all I'm seeing right now is this guy has been brainwashed. No, that's not what I don't think I'm getting through to him.
Nayuta, long time no see, son. How have you been?
Wait, if he's blood related to attorney Sadmati,
Yes.
and Sadmati's wife was the reigning queen, that makes him the crown prince.
I'm wondering about them. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Maybe that's in a way maybe that's the leverage that they were implying before. Maybe it involves him. Look, I hear you've been serving Garin rather faithfully. In fact, whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and changing this country, son? The past is the past. What do you mean? Why are you doing this? It's simple. People change. The Nayuta you knew exists no more. Listen, son. I don't know what made you change like this, but you're still my boy, even if you prosecute my case. The rest of the Defiant Dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms. As I said, I've moved on. Now, let us waste no more time, for flowers do not blossom simply from talk of the past.
Nayuta, why do I get the feeling there's something he wants to say but can't?
Guard, move the accused to the interrogation.
Here we go again with a family killing each other, clearly.
Yes, sir! This way, you rebel scum! Oh, watch it, not so rough, will you? At least wait until I give you a safe word.
Dude, at least use the lube. Nayuta. Is he seriously gonna prosecute his own father?
I thought, okay, my thought was, I thought that he wouldn't have been allowed to prosecute this because even
Conflict
though,
of interest.
yeah, even though he has, like, he's saying, like, the relation is irrelevant, the relation itself could impact it regardless of one's feelings. Like, he says that, and yet...
Yeah, no, in a legal, an actual legal case in real life, he wouldn't physically be allowed to do so.
Exactly. Like, this feels like... Now, I'm gonna bring up the Star Trek. This is all irrelevant stuff to talk about. But like, you can do this while I'm saying this. This is just like the Chris Pine Star Wars movie, the first one where he meets Leonard Nimoy in the ice cave, and he talks about how he has to get his younger self to show that he's been emotionally compromised by the loss of his planet, right? So in a sense, this is like, what if he becomes emotionally compromised during the case, and that would like show a reason why he shouldn't be there.
Queen Garnet sure has a lot of personal attendants.
Yeah, the Garden Royal Guard, they're like her own private military.
An elite fan club made up of carefully selected soldiers who adore her.
Hang on.
Brain freeze?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
When I get brain freeze, it's not just this, it's here too. Okay.
Here?
Yeah.
That's how I see it anyway.
That's a pretty blunt way of putting it.
All right, so now let's move to the tomb.
Oh, not gonna do
We don't have to talk to her.
Okay.
That's why I said this was irrelevant.
Oh,
Yep. So move back.
that's especially rough today. Wow. Ah, ice cream headache. Still. So this is the tomb of Amara, the previous queen of Karine. It's really lavish. I guess you could say it's fit for a queen.
Is the faceless woman in that mural over there Amara?
No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought spirit channeling to Karine.
You know the one we established that was in the orb? Yeah, there we go.
Crap.
Oh right, the woman in the orb.
Hang on. If I don't do this now, it's going to unravel.
No, I got you. I'll get the controls for you. I don't know who that
I think
is.
that's Phoenix.
That's
Nope,
Emma.
no, that's Emma.
And that's you.
Zaka.
No, that's you.
Oh, hi, Emma. We heard you'd give us a hand if we needed it.
Yeah, Mr. Edward asked me to help where I could. So, it's been quite a while since you've been back in Karine, I hear.
Yeah, more than 10 years, in fact.
Well, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you were already mixed up in a murder. You're as big a trouble magnet as Mr. Wright.
Please don't say that. My luck's already bad enough as it is. Yeah, stop red flagging me, Emma.
Emma, I hear Prosecutor Sadmati has requested your services again. He seems to have really taken a liking to you. He could Ephemeral holiness.
Oh no, she's doing the snackoos.
I don't think he approves of me and my abilities. It's just his people skills need some serious work. But when he manages to smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, working on this.
That's not me.
Yeah, no, it's.
I really want to.
We know.
I know, I'm just
really
saying.
want to know what those taste like. Are they like? I mean, from a outside perspective, they look like they would be. Crap. What is it?
I think they're just like, to me they look like chocolate covered pretzel sticks.
Maybe? I don't know. In my opinion, it kind of looks like jerky almost.
A little
But
bit.
it crunches, so it can't be that.
Yeah, I feel like it's a chocolate, like something.
Mm-hmm.
That's you.
Maybe like a Tootsie Roll covered crunchy something.
Yeah.
Sounds like they've got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on.
Yeah. I like this animation for her because like you see her eyebrow twitch occasionally.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Because you could tell
it's
she's
so like
you could
fine.
tell you could tell she's perturbed.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we're supposed to talk to her. The incident.
Emma, have you determined the cause of death?
Blood loss from stab wound. A single stab in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. The estimated time of death is 3 p.m., which is when Dirk came into the auto scene.
Okay. Stabbed from behind, caused death, blood loss.
Calling it now. The actual cause of death is different. It was nudged somehow.
Maybe.
Carinto? What the hell is that?
Okay.
Any suspects besides Dirk?
No, he and Maya and the minister were the only ones here. Maya had been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guard.
Could someone have been in hiding somewhere in here?
Not likely. I was told this tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping. In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off?
Oh, Carinto is a deep-fried traditional Japanese snack made of dough, wheat, and brown sugar. Yeah, that does kind of look like it would be made of something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
It would appear so.
No way for the third party to escape without being spotted, so... Great, it's another one of those convoluted locked room mysteries. I was about to say that myself, actually. Why are all the mysteries like one of those like locker room murder mysteries?
Also, why are you and I literally sharing the brain cell of the characters we voice? You share the brain cell of Apollo, I share the brain cell of Phoenix, and Zyka shares the brain cells of every character she voices. Alright.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was her. About the victim, Minister Inga. He was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct?
Yes, Inga Karain was the second most powerful figure in Karain. Plus, he was married to the Queen.
Seems strange that someone of his status would abduct someone.
Apparently, he only pulled a few of his most loyal subordinates by the plan. That way, there was little chance of the police or even the Queen finding out.
What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb?
That I don't know, but I'm working on it.
I wonder if it was, if it really was for what politician Whipperson said. For the power? I doubt it.
Oh, good.
I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs!
What do they want that relic for anyway?
It's something to do with an old legend! My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secrets! A great power that is said to be bestowed on whoever solves the orb's secret. In Karain, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. Was that why Inga wanted such power? Did he want to be king?
Oh, I just can't wait to be king! Boy, get out of here!
So this is the tomb of the previous queen?
Yes, Queen Amara was laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist blaze. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it on the same spot so her soul could rest in peace.
So this is where the fire happened, huh?
Why do you think Minister Inga was holding Miss Faye captive here? It's the perfect spot if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easy to keep him out as prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to the royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access. So that's why he picked this place. How long had Miss... Oh, that's Paul. Oh my.
How long had Miss Faye been held captive?
About 6 days.
Oof. Really? That long?
It appears that she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement.
Yeah, just saying, if she didn't really eat or drink much, yeah. Yeah.
She passed out as soon as she was freed and is now on an IV drip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since. Poor Miss Faye. I hope she gets better soon.
Emma, do you mind if we start looking around?
Sure, I've already got the okay. Knock yourselves out. Oh, in here. It's a diagram the police drew of the tomb. I thought I'd give you a copy to help your investigation along.
Thank you.
Oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all the fun to yourselves, you hear?
You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I'd hardly classify this as fun.
For her, it is.
Yeah.
She's like Dexter in that way. She like whenever's like blood comes up, she's like, "Who said blood?"
Looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus. So it's like this tomb is protected by the Founder. That must be so reassuring to those she left behind.
Dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's why she stopped you.
It's hard to tell when you're just reading because you don't see the text and you don't see the person.
That must be so reassuring to those she left behind.
I'm sorry, my voice got really manly there for a second.
Only one problem: they didn't paint the eyes. She needs to do. She needs to do said watching.
Come to think of it, she doesn't have a map to smile down on the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by something like that gives the queen nightmares.
Hey! Keep that up, and the founder just might come and watch over you too. So this is Amara's sarcophagus. Let's take a closer look.
Hey, these curtains open, Apollo.
That's one big sarcophagus.
They say the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside.
The mummy, huh? It's locked.
Hey, don't touch that.
You mean we can't search inside it?
Not a chance. Besides, it's not something anyone would try opening anyway.
What if the real killer's hiding inside?
Hey, anyone in there? Don't do that. You're going to get us cursed. Cursed?
It's cursed.
The queen likely bears a grudge toward the living after such a violent, painful death. So no one dares touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring her wrath.
Figures the forensics expert is also an occult.
Yeah, or like no, like is willing to believe like Egyptian practices.
Yeah.
Oh no, Apollo, what are we gonna do?
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me. I'm not the one who's cursed here.
In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. It's kept really cold to preserve the money.
Oh, that's gonna come in handy later.
So even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death.
I see. Still, if they bundled up, I bet a person could hide in there for a little while.
Else around here? I don't think so.
It's a small army of monks all neatly lined up. Looks like they're facing the sarcophagus in prayer.
If you look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression.
I wonder if they used real people as models.
Some are frowning, some are smiling. There's one that looks like he's trying to hurt his hardest, but the brook's still laughing.
Really? I wonder why.
those times when things are so intense you can't help but laugh. You know, like at funerals and stuff.
They went through all the trouble of depicting that? Talk about going overboard.
Apparently the one who made the statues, Miss Terracotta, was a great attention to detail. Has great attention to detail.
Is it actually somebody named?
No, that was a joke. But no,
I could see the game doing that.
Yeah, exactly right.
There's a painting up there, but I can't see it very well from here.
Oh, for Pete's sake, okay.
Look, one of the statues is broken.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here.
Let's check it out when we get a little closer. Change your camera angle. There you go. Oh, bloody!
That'll be from the other side, I think. So we'll do the chair first.
Miss Ray was apparently tied to this chair. Let's take a closer look. We should try cover every angle angle possible here. Let's use
Okay, yeah. Don't,
stick.
let's look at stick. Roll.
Bombs. Oil. I bet you didn't know, but I have.
That's Athena.
Dagnabbit! Why do they both start with A?
I'm just gonna point at you whenever you're talking over our lines now.
It's gonna fail because my peripheral vision is garbo now.
I bet you didn't know, but I happen to be a bit of an escape artist myself. Trisha showed me how to do her rope escape trick.
Uh-huh. And why would you bother learning something like that?
Because we're always getting into trouble and ripping cases with Mr. Wright. So I thought it might come in handy someday.
Well, I guess you're right about that. Miss Faye could have definitely used that knowledge.
I'm surprised she didn't try to learn something
know,
like
right?
that. Considering that she's been accused of murder at least 6 times and now kidnapped twice.
That's right. Now you just sit right here and we'll get started.
What the world gave you the idea I wanted to learn?
At least right now. Chair.
Poor Miss Faye, she must have been tied up to this chair. I can just imagine how much her... Dagnabbit!
I can just imagine how much her backside must have hurt after sitting here for so long.
I blame the fact that I'm enjoying this. It would have been torture for you, I bet. I mean, you don't know how to sit still.
If by that you mean I like to stay active, then I have to agree with you.
Well, okay, I have to... Why can we tilt?
It said to look at the thing in every possible conceivable.
Bloody on the back.
Yeah, there's a little bit of blood there. Yeah.
Dude, just turn it all the way around.
I can't.
Oh, you can? Okay. Alright. Look, there's a blood stain on one of the chair legs.
Unless I can use the right stick, although I didn't try to use the right stick.
Really? Hey, you're right. I completely missed that.
Let's move the chair so we can check under it. There's more blood under the chair leg.
I wonder what it's doing there. I have some luminol here. Why don't you do some testing around it?
Camera, that doesn't help.
Look!
Why is you go to the trouble of the blood of the spraying around it, and yet the blood itself is not lighting up? That's really weird.
Yeah.
But that's right, Athena. That is weird. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
You're fine.
Hey, you spoiled them off the hook.
The bloodstain leads all the way to the sarcophagus.
Emma, is this maybe Mr. Inga's blood? Hold on 1 second. Huh? That's strange. I didn't get a match.
So then, whose blood is it? Dirk and Miss Faye weren't wounded as far as we know.
And the blood's been wiped up by someone for some reason.
Yeah, that's strange too. Calling it now. it was the wifey. That or the killer. There's a bloodstain on the floor. It's already been mostly wiped up. Oh, damn it.
It's already been mostly wiped up, but the stain leads all the way to the sarcophagus.
I wonder whose blood is it? Blood it is.
I think that's everything. The right stick doesn't do diddly squat, so...
Diddly squat.
Don't... Guys, don't look at me like that.
Stoneface.
Oh, there's more blood on the back of the curtain.
I already pointed that out.
Yeah.
Wow, it's covered in blood.
With a blood splatter this large, it must have gotten all over the killer, too. Come to think of it, there was blood on Dirk's clothes.
The circumstantial evidence points to Dirk being the killer.
That's what I'd conclude if I were a cop, too. Why are things always so bleak for me?
You think Mr. Wright has it any better, mate?
Guess this is where Inga collapsed when he died. Better take a closer look. A phone and a really interesting pistol. That model is the same kind of gun that Scout has, which is called the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol.
Oh, it was the pretty boy. I thought it was the baby. Wait. I thought it was the baby-faced blaster.
Yeah, no, that's a shotgun. No, I think you're right. It's not Pretty Boy's pocket pistol.
Either way.
Yeah, I think
Irrelevant.
the shortstop. I think.
Irrelevant.
So this is the murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it? Yes, just Dirk.
Yep, and they were super clear. They belonged to one Dirk Saimari.
That's not good. Were there any others?
There was one more print from another individual, but it was too smudged to identify. It's probably an old print from someone else who had handled the night.
Oh. Yet another piece of unhelpful info to add to our ever-growing pile. Phone.
Well, let's do the body first.
Okay. They've already taken the body away. It's kind of sad how familiar I've become with body outlines.
I have a photo of the body if you're interested. He was stabbed right in the back. The poor guy was practically skewered. What's he wearing on his arms?
Those are the... Oh,
Those are the cups of justice. Seems to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear those forearm cups.
The cuffs of justice.
they look like they're made of thick fabric, so I guess they aren't for protection.
I am incredibly disappointed that what's his name, Fulbright didn't try something like that. These are my cuffs of justice!
Maybe they were keeping his sleeves out of the way when when handling documents.
Yeah, that's probably their original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. So now they're just one of many traditional things that people do without knowing why.
Oh, I get it. Kind of the way you roll up your sleeves, huh?
Or your psychology, if we're going there.
I don't even know why I started. Thank you very much.
Stabbed in the back with a kniffy. Alright. Phone.
I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone.
It should be. His fingerprints are all over it.
Do you know if he talked with anyone recently?
There were a few calls logged between him and his underlings. They're all members of the secret police who were directly under the Minister's control. You mean like spies?
I don't think that's quite it.
It's his own personal Dai Li.
Yeah, pretty much. So the minister was armed, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's a 4-shot pistol, headed for self-defense, apparently. But it won't be firing anything anytime soon.
Huh?
He was carrying a broken gun around for show? No, we recovered a bullet here. Which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired its last round.
thing is, the gun's chambers are all empty. Yet, that one bullet is the only bullet we could find.
That is strange. Where did the other 3 go?
Maybe here keep them.
We can ask the next time we see him. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer.
How did you know I ate bullets?
For breakfast, no less!
They were just the ticket I needed for my iron.
Curtains.
One of the statues is broken. Let's take a closer look. What's that little dot on the... yeah.
It's the bullet.
Look, there's a bullet here.
It's from the pistol that the victim was carrying.
And there's also a little shine down there, too.
My guess is he tried to shoot his attacker but missed, and the bullet ended up here. We've already determined the rifling marks to be matched to his gun.
Right.
Rifling marks? Aren't those... Oh, shall I explain? The science behind it is absolutely fascinating.
Do we have to? This is like the 5th time someone's explained rifling marks to us.
Yeah, but not in this game. No, we're good.
Thank you.
Lawyers. They think they're so smart.
You've told us this 3 separate times. I think we know what they are now.
You do realize we can hear you. Shiny!
Quick, that better be a star piece.
Da-da-da-da-da-da! Bah!
Actually, no, I was thinking more of the Pokemon star piece.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Or do 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 do.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da! There's something shiny down there. It's a pendant. There's blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to.
All we know is it's not the victim's. No one in the royal family recognized it.
Emma, did you lift any fingerprints from it?
I did, but I wasn't able to get a clean one.
That's too bad.
But the blood turned out to be the victim's.
Means it must have fallen here in the course of the murder. It may be Dirk's. I should ask him about it later. Calling it now, it's wifey's pendant. It's a Magatama, I think. Did it come from the broken statue?
Look, Apollo, there's another one.
Yeah, there's 2
But
for
the
some
other
reason.
statues only have one each.
Hey, you're right. Maybe this statue is special or something. This thing's more splinter than statue now.
The bullet from the victim's gun had a real number on it.
It seems like something you'd get cursed for, you know?
In Minister Inga's case, I'd say getting your ticket punched is curse enough.
Yeah, but don't curses extend to the afterlife?
You need to stop taking what Nayuta says seriously.
I'm perfectly capable of thinking for myself.
Dirt on this front. Oh, that's right.
Is this supposed to be Amara channeling a spirit?
It looks like the spirit of some country's sultan or something.
Not,
Either way,
you don't think it's pronounced Sultan?
It depends on the person. And she seems to be conveying something to his retainers. She's on fire.
that
Oh,
would
but
be-
now.
I like the gremlin of Dirk. The Dirk
Yeah.
gremlin in the corner.
She's on fire.
This must be a Amara assassination as allegedly carried out by Dirk. They really made him look evil.
No, to me they made him look like he was.
Yeah.
Hey, Dirk.
What?
Hey, look.
Okay.
This is the weirdest one of all.
The urge to pull the pin is so freaking high. You have no idea.
I know, I wanted to, but it does nothing.
Damn it!
What?
Grenade!
Grenade!
I'll be right back.
Back at the bottom.
I'm just gonna watch.
You want me to voice that? Is that supposed to be Dirk's facing his punishment in the afterlife? What?
No.
Anyway, I guess that's the last one.
Smells like chicken nuggies.
I guess we're supposed
Like
to
some
think
light.
that that's a happy ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah, except nobody came out of this story happy.
Okay.
I might have missed. Oh, give me.
You loud.
The sarcophagus is surrounded by a curtain.
I was
That's-
just about to read that.
I'm sorry, I thought you were still busy.
I bet someone could have hidden behind it.
True, but that's one of the many places the royal guard checked after storming in. Wow, they were really thorough.
Just gonna leave her on the shelf.
Shush.
Yes, well, apparently one of their members loves mystery novels. He peered into every nook and cranny with an almost frightening amount of gusto. And when he was done, he said, "Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries."
Sounds like he's in the wrong line of work. Also, sounds like you would like him very much, Emma. This is the grape juice Inca was drinking. Grape juice, I believe it. Yeah. He was probably nervous before his meeting with Dirk.
So he drank grape juice? I don't see the logic here.
Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. He said grape juice has something in it that helps you relax.
Are you sure he was talking about regular plain old grape juice?
Yes, thank you, Athena.
Wait, maybe grape juice is the actual proper translation.
Maybe. No.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
it would have to be.
Because it sounds like he was talking about the fermented variety.
No, he couldn't have meant that. I mean, we're talking about a medical facility. They wouldn't have allowed something like that in.
Right, let's just leave it at that.
Maybe he stuck it in?
Shrug.
Oh yeah, the water basins.
Ladder.
Oh.
It's full of ash.
Ash
My,
basins.
my guess would be this is an incense burner.
Hey, look, Apollo. There's something in the ashes.
Let's see what it is.
So are you saying we're going to rise from the ashes? Ha 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 ha
Hey, look. I have an extra mana now.
ha. Hey, it's a green rupee.
No. See, I'm going to use this so I can summon a monster.
Cool.
Me.
That's you.
Is that a gemstone? I wonder what it's doing here.
Hey, I've got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory?
Well, I guess it wouldn't do any harm.
You know how...
That's not me.
You know what? On second thought, I'm good.
You know how people make wishes by throwing coins into a fountain, right? Well...
You know, on second thought, I'm good.
What? Are you sure you don't need to hear my theory? I was just about to get to the good part.
Let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here?
Oh, that. It's not a gem, it's a button, albeit a very expensive one, from the victim's jacket. Must have fallen off and gotten in there somehow.
See? Every puzzle has an answer, Athena.
Oh, I thought my idea was pretty good.
I feel like she would have had like that. Oh, I thought my idea was pretty good.
Finger pointing at each other.
No, I feel like Athena.
Little pouty face.
Athena would be the one that would do like the.
Yeah.
Wait, what's with this soot? See here on the gemstone?
Hey, you're right.
Gemstone added to the corner.
Soot? Is it soot or gunpowder? It's full of ash. They must burn incense in here.
So I was wondering, Apollo, did the ash come from the incense sticks that were burned in this? Or do people put their incense in after there was already ash in here to hold them up?
Don't be silly, Athena. The answer is simple. The ash is the product of the prayers from the countless visitors who came here. It's not a chicken or the egg kind of thing.
Oh, that's an interesting take on it. It's so much more poetic than mine.
trying to see if I got everything, because, like, there's a lot of stuff to examine here.
Maybe the other ashtray?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Nothing.
Cool. Did I miss anything?
The other wall?
Oh, the door.
Someone could have hid behind these curtains.
Here, I'll go give it a try. Well, can you tell I'm hiding here?
No, I can't tell at all. That's it. That's the perfect hiding space.
If you can follow, we solve the case.
Sorry to burst your bubble, but the royal guard searched the tomb high and low right after they stormed in. And they said no one else was in here besides Minister Inga, Dirk, and Miss Faye.
Yeah, but we already know they're inept. Well, back to the drawing board, I guess.
No, they're only inept when it comes to they're not inept unless it's to prove their own case.
My brilliant deduction destroyed in 3 sentences.
There we go. Now we're done.
I think we've covered just about everything. Maybe we should go over what we've learned so far.
For starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder. But instead of the tomb being locked, it was being cordoned off by the royal guard. And after the murder, no one was found to be hiding inside.
Right. In addition, we also know that Dirk's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon.
The curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victim's blood on one side. The blood must have also gotten on the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind.
Dirk had blood on him when the crime was first discovered. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. This is not good.
So what we know so far is things couldn't be worse for our case, and that's still an understatement somehow.
Yeah, it's looking pretty grim.
Oh, if you two are done here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, scoot.
Something wrong, Emma? Why are you trying to give us the boot?
It's just easier if you're not here when His Ephemeral Holiness arrives.
Ah,
He's already here.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Speak of the devil.
Prosecutor Samare.
Detective Sky, it seems you've spoken at length with these 2 lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them.
Yes, of course. Like a hawk. They didn't touch a single thing. Ha 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 ha.
Ah,
Give a lawyer an inch and they'll take a mile. Never forget that.
there's that look of distrust again.
Also, Pot calling the kettle black much?
Even though you're wearing all white.
Yeah.
Hey, Niyuta. Do you really believe that Dirk's guilty? And are you seriously going to prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiant Dragons, weren't you? Hey, Nayuta, wait! I said wait! Come on, Athena, after him!
huh? Oh, right behind you.
Boy just up and left. What was next? The royal residence, I think?
Yeah, I mean, that's where... What's, adjacent to this?
Yes! The temple!
I mean, the royal residence is what adjacent to it,
Yeah.
to this place, so... Niyuta, would you stop already?
What do you want?
It's about Dirk. Would you please hear me out?
I fail to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hold it! Niyuta, are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, then there's no harm in listening, right?
Very well, speak. But make it quick. There is much I must do.
Why does everything have to be so difficult with you?
I am the prosecutor of this case. I am the definition of the word difficult.
So I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you?
Her Eminence, Queen Garn, personally requested that I serve as prosecutor.
He did? That would make it hard to say no.
Do I need to remind you that the only other prosecutor to appear in this game is the pain in the neck? Do you really think she would trust him with this? You know what? Fair enough. I mean, you make a good point. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills.
Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you?
You speak of love and sentiment.
I guess so.
I do not deny such human emotions, but the law is the law, and placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree?
Well, no, I don't disagree, but
Civilizations only exist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree?
no, but
The law must be obeyed. This truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise?
but
Come on, Apollo, tell him how wrong he is.
don't you know, wish it wasn't that way?
It appears I've wasted my breath on you.
And the winner is Prosecutors Amati.
Still spewing empty words devoid of meaning or consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper.
Ah! I know I'm right. Sorry, getting distracted. But did he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words.
Apollo, I'd cut back on the debates with him if I were you. Just stick to questions like the one you wanted to ask.
Nayuta, I wanted to ask you about that hostage situation. Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk in the palm of his hand. And he was using that person along with his hostage as leverage in obtaining the orb.
That's news to me.
Well, that's what Inga said.
You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye. My affair ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance, you know, Dirk? What? I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. Spider Maya, now!
Calling it now, the previous queen faked her death.
That's quite a bold take.
Yeah, well. I got the impression Dirk had no choice but to follow Inga's demands after he heard that. So who do you suppose this special person is?
I wouldn't know.
You freaking lying piece of trash.
I'm surprised that it's his bracelet is only reacting now.
Yeah.
Like, he should have been reacting yonks ago.
Yeah. My bracelet's reacting. Hey, Nayuta, about what you just said.
Oh
no, he's stealing my power! My bracelet! It's crushing my wrist! Ouch! That really hurts! What the heck's going on?
I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. That bracelet reacts to the anxieties of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning.
Ah. I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless.
Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessings.
Looks like your special power won't work against prosecutors that mighty of Well, why don't you try something else?
You're right. We'll just have to ask Dirk about this.
It appears.
Hmm?
You intend to go through with a trial you have no hope of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and me.
I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Nayuta. In case you didn't hear, I won the last case against my last case against none other than Mr. Wright.
You tell him, Apollo.
Is he mad? I can never tell with him.
This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or vegetable. You'd be lucky to return to this realm as a patch of mold.
Mold? That's pretty harsh.
If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this folly before it is too late. Also, pretty convenient to call it a win when you're trying to one-up somebody.
Yeah.
Even though we all know that it was a win for everyone on your team that day.
Semantics! I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm gonna defend Dark in court!
You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you will excuse me. Bro, it's not like we've owned your ass like 3 separate times. Or are you going to tell us that was beginner's luck?
Prosecutor said Mighty knows his father will be.
So harsh. Sorry.
Prosecutor Saimari knows his father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty. Yet he won't even show an ounce of mercy.
Nayuta, is this the real you? Have you really changed? Do you really plan on sending Dirk to his death? Do you even hear me? Don't Dirk and I matter to you anymore?
We're still going. We still got time. Yeah. Why this day needed 2 separate to-be-continues is beyond me. Yeah. I mean, I get it's the final case, but come on.
It's the final case. Do.
Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb.
Oh, so we, it's kind of like, and meanwhile...
Yeah, I feel exhausted. Can't keep my eyes open. Burgers.
Burgers. It's been a week since I've had a burger.
She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry.
Don't worry, we are intravenousing her with direct burger to her veins.
Yeah.
She'll be up and about in no time.
Yeah.
What is it, Wright? Are you all right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you.
Well, I didn't come all the way to Karine just to be useless.
You shoehorned me in. I might as well be useful.
Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. Angus autopsy report added to the court record. tomb diagram, tomb crime photo.
I can't thank you enough, Edgeworth.
Can I see the time of death and stuff for
Yes.
us?
Honestly, I've been so lost without him these past few days.
You there, the barbed-head lawyer, Phoenix Wright!
Is that who I think it is? Huh?
I'm guessing.
Oh, no.
Nope.
How was my imitation of the priestess?
Wow, pretty good actually.
Thank you, I've been working hard on it, sir. Anyway, you're from the Garn Royal Guard, right? It's got a sword!
I am Lackey, Royal Guard of the Guard member, and her evidence is shoulder rubber.
Lackey, eh? That's very specific. And what does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me?
Rubber,
Wait,
rubber,
come
rubber.
to think of it, my shoulders are feeling a little...
Don't be absurd! I am here for one purpose only. I am to bring you before her evidence. Queen Garin, Grand Priestess of Karine. Will you comply?
The Queen? What could she want with me? Why does he have to shout like that?
I can't fathom why Queen Garin would summon you. But I'd advise you to accept her eminence's gracious invitation. Royal shoulder rubbed Lackey, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen?
The name... Sorry.
You do it.
The name's Lackey! L-A-H-K-E-E! And... all praise the omnipotent Queen Garon! For she has already foreseen and approved your client, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth! You are both to come with me!
Jesus. You mean to say Queen Garin sees our every move?
Yes, indeed! Her eminence's spiritual power is immense! She can even see what's going on thousands of miles away!
Seriously doubt that. Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry.
Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to?
Are the rest like thug, servant, and flunky, etc.?
I wouldn't be surprised. Audience chamber. How much time do we have left?
15.
We could probably get through this last segment. Cutscene!
Ah, the barbed-head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time.
We haven't heard much about you, Barred One. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake.
Is that what people have been saying about me?
Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence.
Allow me to be the first to say, Yas Queen Slay. Oh, Your Eminence, glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well.
It is alright. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day.
Yes, Your Eminence.
Rafa's not looking too good. It's even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So what can I do for you, Your Eminence?
We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand.
Perfect. Because I have a few questions of my own. What is love, Your Majesty?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
I thought we were over this.
We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband Inga has been seeking the Founder's Orb?
That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage. That's why he abducted Maya Fey.
Insolent fool!
Clonk.
Ah! That is a lie, I say! Father would never have done such a thing.
But he did abduct Maya. That much is...
I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense. You will pay for this. You.
Katonk, katonk, katonk. What are you hitting?
Please, you're benevolent. She has that stick, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
That is quite enough, Rayfa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. But we believe we know why your father would do such a thing.
Huh?
We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne.
Mother.
What do you mean, Your Eminence?
Inga was planning a coup, but he was dissatisfied with the current administration. And his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason.
The secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice, in this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group.
Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army. And he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us.
Well, why couldn't you use that as an excuse to why your predecessor was killed? Because if he had that kind of power now...
Well, they needed another excuse to get Dirk into the limelight.
Yeah. Alright, so your eminence had no control over them?
As much as it shames us to admit it, Orion is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom.
Multiple times.
How could father?
But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Orion, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne.
I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb.
Bhagwan, do you recall the man known as Peace, Love, and Understanding?
What about?
He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb, and covered up the theft.
And then he sent the orb to the U.S. for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. Oh, yeah.
It's all coming together.
So it was him. It was Understanding that sent it to Dr. Buff.
The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sadmati. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now, perhaps, the kingdom may look to defeat without me.
No.
Oh, what a joyous day.
Hail to our eminence Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Khura'in!
Yeah, I'm calling bonk on this. I have a feeling there's more to this than meets the eye. It's not just him. I think she only got this position because she did something bad as well.
Maybe. George, say your line or the Queen will execute you!
Her Eminence's spiritual power invoked a blessing straight from the Holy Mother!
I could see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. But the Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered.
Yeah.
Father.
Rayfa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara.
Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive.
Murder by arson.
Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime.
But that event also set the stage for you to become the Queen.
Yeah.
What did you do before you were crowned Queen, Your Eminence?
As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions. The longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara.
Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act? Agnes?
The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sarmati was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer.
That's right. Dirk used to be a lawyer.
Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case.
I see.
But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted.
Where have I heard that before?
Now, why does that sound so familiar?
Right, Edgeworth? Yeah, I wonder.
In Karayan, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core.
In this Hall of Justice, we enact a practice called lip sync for your life.
That's why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. Order.
What?
No.
No!
See the random.
Yeah.
See the random lady in the background knows what's up.
Hey, screaming no.
So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused.
We see how you could take the issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself.
Yeah, but Phoenix is literally the only one brave enough to fight that, because everybody else is too worried that they'll die in the process.
Yeah, because Phoenix is literally the only one in the country that has the superpower of bullshitting his way out of any situation.
Yeah.
Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted.
So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, they're needed to prepare such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree?
Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh?
Let's not get started down this path.
They both have been taking jabs at each other this whole time.
Hey, stop looking at me like that!
Defense attorney falsifying evidence, huh? Perfect prosecutor, eh?
Right, I'm not the one who brought this stupid law into the Dark Age.
I shoehorned you in for a reason.
I'm not an extra!
You dare call me an extra?
I am extra, but I am not un-extra. Sorry.
Furthermore, here in Karayan, we have the Nathan Seance. And so it is we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie.
Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beat back false charges twice. And I've found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least.
Oh, such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, Bob One. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined.
Oh no, that wasn't my intention.
It is true that some feel that the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best, but it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, the way you're reacting to all of these questions in a joking and happy manner seems very suspect.
If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure.
The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Karayan dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act.
Really? None at all?
Right. Why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all.
Yeah.
About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that?
It's missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence.
In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is a matter of that blonde youth you were with.
Oh, you must mean Apollo.
From his odd hairstyle, maybe you assume him to be a relative, perhaps your younger brother.
No, you've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood.
Dirk's? Real God.
Your Eminence!
What's she whispering to that one guy's ear?
Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now.
He can even bullshit out of his own death.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, by the way, just for the record, because, you know, there's no video here, after she said nice timing, we both raised our hands and thumbs up at the same time as well. Yes, Your Eminence, we'll be on our way.
Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar. So,
Stay safe here.
I'm gonna move to the bazaar and then do something. Alrighty, my friends, we're gonna call it quits for now. We're gonna take a little short break, and when we return, we will be back with Final Fantasy VII Remake. Woohoo!